quick. Shot, lady. All right. Hello, everybody. Sorry. Trying to get everything together here for you guys. It is filming day, and I don't know about where y'all live, but baby, there is heat like you would not believe. I believe it's like all over, but boo-boo, in the south, it is crazy right now. Whew. Like just absolutely insane in the membrane. So fucking hot. But I did go out today and I did pick up some stuff. Finally replaced my sponge. I'm from Tennessee. Finally replaced my sponge, you guys. A friend of mine bought me a sponge for, I can't remember. She actually got it for me for Christmas, but I wasn't able to actually get it from her until like March. Adult friending, am I right? I can't. I seen this post the other day on Instagram, and it was like, adult friendships are so funny because you have to schedule them like months in advance. They couldn't hear me. Could you get me a cup of water?
But Millie quit.
Millie quit. Anyways, I hope you have a great day too. Millie, oh my gosh. Hold on, guys. I'm just going to put this cord up here. Okay. Anyways, what I was talking about is a friend of mine got me a sponge. She doesn't know nothing about the beauty community, you guys. She just knows that I like makeup. And so she was scrolling on TikTok and ordered my gift off the TikTok shop, and she just so happened to order a James Charles sponge. So of course, I'm not going to say anything to her because I love her, and that's just rude. In my opinion, that's rude. Like if somebody gets you a gift and you don't like the person who makes the gift, like, sorry, not sorry. I'm not going to say anything. Anyways, I'm going to be putting on some nails down here below. I get these on Amazon. I know somebody's going to ask. I get them in like assorted colors in these big sets. And then I get long square. These are coffin. I also get this in stiletto. And then I also get these new ones. But I'm feeling the purple. Anyway, she got me a James Charles sponge, and we don't support predators over here. Again, my friend had no clue who James Charles, she don't keep up with any of that stuff. She was just being sweet and got me a sponge for Christmas. And so I used it, but the one I prefer is the Real Techniques one. So what I like to do is get a big jar of water and I let it soak with a little bit of soap in there. So I'll put my soap and let it soak. Just to get, because I'm about to show you. So a makeup artist friend of mine, she doesn't do this, and well, she didn't until I showed her what the water looks like when you soak these in soap. Look at what's already, how cloudy and nasty. So make sure you clean your sponges really good. Don't just dampen them with water. Clean them with soap. Dawn dish soap, okay? Anyways, today I decided, here's the thing. Number one, our Sephora is like an hour and 45 minutes from me. So I was gonna go to Ulta to grab the things that I needed. And a bunch of you guys have been like, Morgan, try this, try this, try this, try this. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to go to the drugstore and I'm going to buy some of the things that you guys have been recommending. And we're going to see. Okay? The first item that I'm going to show you guys, I am very just not, I'm not sure if this is going to be a good dupe. You guys are saying that I'm going to love it. We'll see.
Belle, get down.
This is my tried and true, okay? This is what I've used for the past like 6 years. And I'm going to be honest, I'm already planning on ordering it, okay? Because I know how drugstore pomades are, and they're just not the vibe, okay? It's not the same, but I digress. So I usually use Anastasia Dip Brow, and 3 or 4 of you guys put in my comments, you have to try the e.l.f. Lock-On Liner and brow cream. So I got it in the shade Espresso. Y'all, this was $2. My expectations are very low. But we'll see, guys. Like I said, expectations are very, very low. Obviously, it's in a plastic container, which is fine. I don't really care about that. That's better for travel. But it's looking waxy. Do you see how shiny that is? You see that? Okay, I don't know what is going on here. Okay, we're gonna have to, there we go. Okay. All right. This is not gonna be a really good way to show it because I'm almost out. But do you see how that stays matte when the light hits it? And when the light hits this, do you see how shiny? That means wax. That means wax. And waxy, waxy brow pomade is not for me. I'm going to swatch it really quick, actually. Okay, hold on. Okay, now that I take it out on my finger, that's looking pretty good. Okay. I go 5 days a week. You have no idea how much work I've put in to get to where I am right now. Moving on. That's okay. I'd rather them be here saying stuff like that to me instead of like a young 17-year-old girl who's just, or someone who's not in the best mental headspace. That's okay. It's fine. Anyways, we'll give that a try because I'm going to be honest. I was expecting it to be very waxy, and it didn't feel waxy at all. So we'll see. We're about to get ready together, so we're going to find out together. Okay, are the rest dupes?
Oops.
They're all dupes. The rest that I had to repurchase are dupes. Now, I didn't get my lippy because I'm very picky about it. And I just like the Anastasia ones, so I'm going to have John probably either pick it up on his way home or probably that because he passes right by one. So I'll probably do that. And the other thing is my liquid liner. I'm very picky about that one too. And they didn't have it at my drugstore. It is a drugstore liner. It's by Millennial, but they didn't have it. So I'm going to have him pick it up. Okay, let's get into the dupes. All right, so the first one. I don't know. This is not looking as dark. I know the carnivore diet works wonders. Yes, I have. It made me, if you follow Christina Randall, I had a very similar experience. So very, 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 very similar. Very similar. Anyways, this is supposed to be a dupe for Makeup Talk by Morphe. It's looking, and guys, let me just show you my current makeup talk. Okay, like we're when I tell you guys that I use every drop of my makeup, I use every drop. Okay. What do you mean banana? Yes, I have eaten bananas. I like a banana. This is in the shade Spill the Tea. It just looks lighter to me. It's by e.l.f. if you guys didn't catch it, but we'll see. Very creamy. Oh, I don't know, guys. That's looking pretty. That's looking really, really close. Okay. We'll see. So far, your guys' recommendations for dupes are hitting a nail on the head. So we shall see, you guys. Next up. Now, this isn't necessarily a dupe. I had one of you guys in my comments say that it was very similar. As most of you guys know, this was the mascara. If you ever had the opportunity to try this mascara right here by Lancome, then you tried the best, longest lasting mascara of time. Okay, I used this for probably 8 years, and for whatever reason Lancome discontinued it, and it's so stupid because, okay, goodbye Hatish, goodbye. And the reason that I loved it, oh no, you guys, see, I've kept this for so long because it's just like, it's a sentimental thing. I got a really cool gig and I bought this particular one of Grandiose mascara for it, and of course it breaks, so I can't even show you guys the wand. Let me see if I can get the wand to come. No, it's not going to attach, but just Google Lancome Grandiose mascara and it'll show you what the wand was like. It kind of had a curve so you could like get in to your lashes. Loved it. Can't find a dupe for it to save my life. I've tried every mascara under the sun, and so far nothing hits like Grandiose mascara. I've tried all kinds of kinds, and one of you were like telescopic. It's okay. It's my favorite one so far. All right, guys, this is not happening. I'm gonna have to reach out to one of my moderators. I need a moderator up in here. Anyways, this is another one you guys recommended, which is Lash Sensational by Maybelline Sky High Mascara. So we're gonna try it today and see how I like it. I'm very picky about my mascara wand, so I do like the packaging though, I will say that. Oh, I love the wand. Okay, and I like that it's bendable like that. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. All right, so that's a new one. Now, we have a primer. Now, the primer that I normally use, tacky primer, okay, that I use is by Milk. And one of you guys were like, I've heard of the e.l.f. one, I didn't like it, I did try it, I didn't love it, I gave it to my sister. One of you guys was like, no, you need to try the Maybelline Grippy Serum. It looks like this. You're like, you need to try it, it's good. It's just like milk. And one of you guys even said it was better than milk. So there's a few of you guys who put your girl on. So we're going to try this. I love the way the consistency's looking. It's looking like it's going to be nice and tacky. So we shall see. Hi, Jaden. We're going to try that together as well. Also, another one of you guys, this is another Dupey McDupester. You guys know that I love the Patrick Ta, and that was another thing that I was going to order. And you said, no, you need to try the hard candy. It's incredible. So I got it. The hard candy all over body luminizer in the shade Champagne. So we're going to try this too and see, is it a hit? Is it a miss? What is it? I did re-up on my micellar water. I like to just wipe, you know, clean my face off first before we get started. Thank you so much, BC Productions, for that. Really, just, you put a lot of mind into that comment. Hi, Chansley. And so thank you for that. Now this, I normally order from NYX. I normally get the jumbo eye pencil, but one of you guys said you need to try the Wet n Wild one. It's so good. So I did. I got the Wet n Wild multi-color icon multi-stick, which honestly I have tried these before because I really like the green one. Is this the same? Yeah, it's the same thing. They've just kind of changed the packaging, but the green one is really good to like pop your eyes if you have hazel eyes. I'll try green in your waterline. You won't regret it. But I got the white instead of the NYX jumbo eye pencil. Let's see what it, ooh, that's cream. Okay. Okay, I'm excited. All right. Okay, is that all I have to show you guys? This is after it's soaking in soapy water for just how long we've been sitting here. So that's why somewhere else. My brother had my friend. You want to... Okay, hold on a minute. Hold on, you guys. We've got some... Here's the thing. Hate comments are fine. I would rather them be here than hating on some young, you know, person or someone who might not be in the best mental space. But what we're not going to do is talk about sexual things in the comments. Okay? Okay. Your brother took your phone to the back. That's okay. Like I said, I would prefer hate comments to be here. Correct. Don't be mean to lady. I would prefer them to be here than to be, you know, on somebody who's not in a good mental headspace. And then your comment just, yeah. Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and do my lash extensions first. That way, because it's just more difficult when I do my nails, when I have my nails on. So I'm going to do my lash extensions first. These are from TikTok Shop. Nails are from Amazon. Literally just search assorted color tapered square nails and these will pop. It'll be the first thing that pops up. All right, moving right along. Let's go ahead and get some bond on these lashes. Do I need to comb through them first? No. Okay. Cool. And I'm pretty much going to do 16s all the way until I get to the inner corner, and then I will do a 12 and a 10. For anyone who may ask, and I do the bond in sections. So I do a section at a time with my lashes. Thank you for saying I'm beautiful. That's very sweet and kind. Aww. Thank you. I love when we have days like today, when everyone is so kind and interactive. It's the best. I was using the 18s on the outer part and then moving to 16, but I've been feeling the 16s here lately, you guys. I felt like the 18s were just a little bit too long. Now, I will say this, if you're someone who, thank you, Micah, thank you. If you are someone who doesn't like really do eyeshadow looks, you could do 18s fine. I mean, you could do 18s and still do eyeshadow looks. It's just a little bit more difficult. I feel like it's almost impossible to do eyeshadow looks when I have 18s. I did not put the bond on, Morgan. Hello. And if y'all hear something come crashing down here in a minute, it's my cat. It's Mushy. Because she has decided to climb in the top of this closet. And I fear she may come tumbling down here in a minute. Oh no! No, 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 no. There we go. I need to get some more bond in a major way. Tomorrow, I am so excited. I'm basically doing these lash, now that I think about it, I'm doing these lash extensions for quite literally no good reason, because we're getting in that pool tomorrow. Our pool, it's happening tomorrow, y'all. It's just been so hot in the south. Hi, Antonio. I am from East Tennessee, baby. East Tennessee. Born and raised. Also, it sounds like John has started mowing. Because he said, I need to get the mowing done. And I said, well, you better do it while I'm on live. Because... which I wanted to talk to you guys about my most recent videos. I am from East Tennessee. Good. How are you guys? I wanted to talk to you guys about my most recent videos. Guys, I'm going to have to... oh, he took the fan out of here. Of course he did. I have a filming studio. Okay, let's start there. I have a filming studio, which is why you can hear the air conditioner in the background of my videos. The reason why that fan is on is because if it's not, because it is hot in here. It gets so hot so quick. I know you guys are fantastic. Most of you guys haven't said a word, like a single word, which I really do appreciate, because the thing of it is, what I was saying in my last video was, I can't breathe in here without it on. Number one, these studio lights on their own, there's a reason why they're so expensive. It's because they're so good. But they put out so much goddamn, like for example, my overhead light is completely off right now. All of this lighting is studio lights. There you go, Nathan. I don't know who that is, but also I do not watch the news at all. So there's a reason why the studio lighting is so expensive. It's because it's like so good. But at the same time, it puts off so much fucking heat. Hi, how are you, Han? A football player. I'll have to look into that. It's just so hot, so I have to have the air on. I'm sorry if it's bothering anybody. I did put some overlay music on this most recent video that I did, and you guys didn't seem to mind it. So again, I'm sorry. I also am so glad that you guys are loving the new camera quality on my videos, because it's important to me this year to really take my channel to the next level, and I felt like that was an okay investment to make at this point, because I don't want to invest much more until this channel gets to where I want it. I am from East Tennessee until my channel gets to where I want it to be. So I just want my channel links I do 5 days a week. I'm from East Tennessee. You have a great day, ma'am. I'll make sure to subscribe and check out another live. Thank you, Nathan. Okay, guys, can we please stop? I need to get a moderator in here now. I'm about to message one of my moderators. Hold on, you guys. I'm gonna have to because. Can you join the live, please? Yep. Oh my God, Marina! Thank God Marina's here. Marina, I need a moderator bad. There's people in here talking about asking people to suck their tallywhackers and lick their kitty cats. Work out more and eat less, ma'am, with all due respect. I do. Thank you so much. But you also have no clue how far I've come or what I've been through. So just keep that in mind before you comment stuff like that on people's pages. But you are more than welcome to stay here and leave comments like that here, because I would rather you leave them to me than somebody who might not be in a good headspace. So you just, that's making you feel better on this beautiful Saturday, and you just keep on keeping on. I'm engaged. I've been posting a lot here recently. I'm back on a normal uploading schedule. I upload every Tuesday. I've uploaded now 3 story times, 2 true crime videos, and also did a Lily Tino video. Noah, I just did for somebody else, but I will for you too. Oh, I'm so glad I'm back too. I've missed you guys so much. I'm gonna do like a full, like what actually happened and what caused me to kind of disappear for like literally 2 years. I don't know what's going on with this Lash. Oh, it's like stuck to the thing. Gotcha. Okay. I'm just not ready to talk about it yet, but when I am, I will let you guys know why I was gone and what happened and what all I've been through. It's been a lot. It's been actually really hard, but I don't want to cry right now, so I won't. But anyways, I've been doing these lives before I film. Number 1, because it's fun. And number 2, because a lot of you guys had recommended some dupe products, and we're going to put them to the test in this live before I film. I am uploading a true crime video. This week. I uploaded well, next week I'm uploading it. I'm filming it today. But I did upload a story time this week for any of you guys who want some content. I'm still trying to decide on what my second uploading day is going to be, because I need to start uploading twice a week. A lot of you guys were saying Saturday, but when I used to upload on Saturdays, you guys just don't watch videos on the weekends. Well, you used to not. Hi, DJ Ajay. There you go, Kudo. I've done it a couple of times. That must be something that just happened, because that's the 3rd person or 4th person that's requested for me to cover the camera for Lamar Jackson. I need to figure out, I don't know who that is, but I need to figure out what's going on with that. I love you guys so much too. You have no idea how much I missed you guys. I'm just glad to be back. I'm glad to be back. We'll leave it at that for now. I'm just not ready to dive into it, and when I do, it's definitely going to be a video that I'm going to post on my channel, and not just a live that's on my channel. Because there's some of you guys who watch the lives, but then there's a lot of people who just don't. And so when I get into why I left the internet for almost 2 years, I want it to be on my main channel so that people can watch. Oh, MOHD or Mod, you might want to watch videos on my channel, baby, because ghosts come and see me all the time. You got the wrong one here. You might want to go and watch some of my videos. Which I need to do an update on that shit too. I uploaded, I think it's been over a year ago now. Probably going on 2 years. I uploaded about this doll that just appeared at the house. And it disappeared for like, guys, I'm talking, after I uploaded that video, it literally disappeared. I'm going to say for at least 8 months. The other day, John comes in here in the office, and because like I said, this is my filming studio, but it's also behind here is where my computers are, like all the things. So he comes in here and he's like, "Are you fucking with me?" And I was like, "Do what? Am I fucking with you? About what?" And he was like, "Did you put that on top of the fridge, all the way pushed to the back of the fridge?" And I was like, "Number one, I can't reach up there. That's one." And I said, "Number two, you and I," speaking to him, "we just did spring cleaning 2 weeks ago. So you were up there." He was like, "I know, that's why I'm asking you. Did you put," and he grabs the doll and he said, "Did you put this up there?" And guys, she looks even worse. If you've watched that video, you know what the fuck that doll looks like. She is in Indian clothing, and it looks like her hair's been burned off. Completely the fuck burn off. And I also told you guys in that video that my mom ended up saying that they had seen the doll at a yard sale, and one of my nieces had wanted to get the doll, and mom said, "No, it's a creepy doll." And mom said even at that yard sale, she had 2 long braided pigtails and she had a headband on. And then all of a sudden the doll shows up at the house, looks like her fucking hair has been fried off. And the headband is like all mounted up. Guys, it looks fucked. So I need to do an update on that because she's back. She randomly somehow, we've moved and everything since then, you guys. We did not pack this doll. The doll had been missing for months before we moved. We did not. We moved everything ourselves. We packed everything ourselves. And I told John, even as we were moving, I was like, "If you find that fucking doll, do not pack it to fuck with me," because it's something shit he would do. And he was like, "Babe, no, I'm not packing the doll." And when we moved here, my nephew came and stayed the night, and he mentioned the doll. And he said, "Did the doll end up here?" And we had already unpacked everything. I was like, "Hell no." And I was like, "John, you didn't." By the way, here's the finishing of a brand new sponge being cleaned. All of this shit floating in here came out of this. So make sure that you clean your sponges. Wash your sponges even when you first buy them. So yeah, you guys, the doll's back. So I need to do a whole video on that. Not to mention some other shit that happened. I won't get into details, but some other shit happened. Oh my God, what is with all of these sexual people? Guys, this is the wrong site for wieners, coochies, and tatas. If you're wanting that type of video, you know the site. You know the name of it. Jesus, God almighty. Is everybody just hot and horny today? What is going on? It's like the third motherfucker to come in here and ask to see a tit. If it's not let me see a tit, it's one guy asked if he could scratch my crotch, and he used the word crotch. Ugh. Oh my God. What now? I don't know what that means. Jeez Louise. Like, my moderators can't even keep up. Marina, are you still in here? Because you are still a moderator for me. If you don't mind to moderate, that would be fan-fucking-tastic, because it's obvious that we're just going to have people talking about... Okay, thank God. Because I'm about to do my nails really quick and then start getting ready, so I'm not going to be able to watch the chat. Jesus Christ. Not going to be able to see when people message about their cooter, scratching cooters and all this shit in the damn chat. Okay, so while I'm doing my nails, let's go ahead and get into the hot topics that we're going to talk about today in the live. Because, guys, I've got so much on my list to talk to you guys about. Things that you guys have requested that I talk about. Things that I just wanted to talk about myself. And you guys, let's start with Love Island. Let's start there. Now, keep in mind that this is going to be a Love Island discussion. So if you are not completely caught up with Love Island and you don't want a spoiler, click out of the live now. Like, I need you to be like fully caught up. I need you to have seen last night's episode. Again, spoiler alert, we're going to be talking about Love Island, okay? So let's start with episode before last, because we haven't talked about it since then. We end the fucking episode. Well, first of all, let's talk about the fact of Casa and of Casa this year. Casa, they're in on the first day, they couple up with their first people, and then they recouple the next day. Like, what the fuck is that shit? That's never happened in Casa Amor. And then we find out first that Alondria is leaving. She's leaving Casa. And then we find out Nick is leaving the villa, which at that point, you guys, I was like, I'm done. I'm not watching it no more. I'm over it, guys. I was so pissed. I was raging. And during all this, I'm like on TikTok, like seeing, is anybody, you know, saying anything? And John, my fiance, told me, he was like, babe, you need to slow down. They didn't say, they told Nick to pack his bag, or they told Nick to pack his bag. He had 30 minutes. They didn't say to leave the island. They always say they're dumped from the island. They didn't say that. And I was like, no, you're reading too much into it. Like, you're reading too much into it. He's like, no, you're not reading enough into it. Like, I'm telling you, something's about to happen. And then Nick comes around that corner and the damn Love Island G-Wagon pulls up and Alandria opens the door. They go on this hot date. And that, well, first of all, they ended the episode with Alandria telling Nick to get into the G-Wagon. That's how the episode ended, okay? Then we have to wait. Not just one night, no, because all of this happened on Tuesday, and we don't get an episode on Wednesday, so we had to wait until Thursday. Bitch, I'm telling you. Then, okay, tell me why it then shows in the next episode, first thing, Alandria and Nick on a hot little date, okay? Ding! Got a text. Got a text. I like all people, but as far as men go, I am in a relationship and very happy. They're on this hot little date. They get this text. Nick gets the text. And it says they can either leave the island completely or they can couple up. So, of course, they're going to couple up because, you know, why the fuck would they leave the island when they have the option to just couple up and go back in the villa and get with the people they want to anyways, which is, you know, I think where Alandria's head was the entire time, but then Nick's pops off with, well, I've always wanted to get to know you. I was like, what? My best friend, we obviously text through the whole thing. By the way, if you want to read our crash out text, I post them the day after, so you can read them. But anyways, she was like, I knew it. She's been calling it for weeks that Nick wanted to get to know Alandria, which I know he mentioned like once, but I thought at this point, like, he was all about Sierra, that there was just no way that he would even get to know Alandria. But now looking back, I'm glad that he at least got that opportunity because of all this. So he doesn't, there's no question in the back of his mind now about Alandria, if that makes sense. So then boom, they go back to the villa, not Casa, to the villa as a couple. Meanwhile, Taylor's in the villa with Clark, loving it up. Taylor, you are trash. He is now officially trash to me for real after last night. Like, goodbye. Bye. Goodbye. Like, what the fuck are you doing in there, Taylor? Anyways, I digress. So, of course, Alandria's got to watch Taylor all up over this girl, kissing all up over this girl, all of these things, and they find out that Casa Amor is ending tonight. So they're all freaking out. They're like, what the fuck? So Casa Amor ends. Before it does, Alandria and Nick have a conversation, and they decide, yeah, there's no spark here. It's just friendship. But we love kissing, which, period, you know? So Alandria's like, no, I just want Taylor. And Nick's like, you know, on the same page, I want Sierra, blah, blah, blah. So boom, everybody walks in. And except for Nick and Alandria, everybody comes back to the villa, and everybody from Casa is freaking out because at this point Sierra thinks that Nick is gone, that he got voted off and he's gone. And all of a sudden Nick and Alandria come around the corner hand in hand. Everybody freaks out, and I knew when Taylor ran to Nick instead of to Alandria, which, how fucked up is that? Number one, he had to stand there a minute and wait because Nick went straight to Sierra, obviously. So he stood there and waited for her to be done so that he could then hug Nick, and then he came over and hugged Alandria. I knew in that moment, and I told my best friend, I was like, he's picking Clark. She was like, I will fucking never have his back again if he does. I was like, I'm telling you, he's going to pick Clark. JP called it too. He was like, he's going to pick Clark. And I was just getting madder and madder and madder thinking on it. I'm like, this little motherfucker. Like, fuck him. And so then they all have to decide whether they want to remain in the couple they were before they went to Casa, or do they want to try a new relationship? Which I found interesting that I don't think they did last season anyways. I think just Serena and Kaylor, they just chose to stay single. That's what it was. They chose to stay single, and Leah chose Miguel, and Miguel came back with the other Sierra. So that's what it was. But anyway, so they start off, and Amaya chooses JD. Was that his name? No. I've got that wrong. Amaya chose whatever the guy's name is that she's been getting to know. And then, of course, Austin comes in with, I can't remember her name either, but she's the one that has diabetes. She's gorgeous, by the way. Jaden's her name. And so that's fine, cute, whatever. And now we've got, let's say, of course, Sierra couples up with Nick, which at that point leaves the other dude that she was talking to. I don't know his fucking name either. No, Sierra. No, I can't remember the dude she was talking to. I want to say it was like Elon or Olon or something like that. Babe says it's Elon. I don't know.
Is Elon or Elon?
It's something like that. I did like that Iris stayed with TJ because, or CJ, whatever his name fucking was, because I really did think that they had a good connection. So I'm glad she did stick with him. And I'm also glad that he didn't stay because, honey, here's the thing. I'm not one for name calling at all, but like her lip filler is really, it looks cartoony to the point to where it's giving like she looks like a Miss Piggy, like she's tried to do Miss Piggy for like Halloween or something. And listen, Miss Piggy is gorgeous. She's beautiful. But I think that that's a good look for a cartoon. You know what I'm saying? Like her upper lip, next time you guys watch, look, it comes like up to here. Like the amount of filler that this girl has gotten in her face has got to be at least a little bit dangerous. Like I just feel like it cannot be. Yeah, it's like crazy, bro. It's fucked. Jamie said it's fucked. It is. It's like actually fucked. So they couple up, whatever. Let's see, who am I missing here? Oh, what's her name? Andrea? I can't remember. Andrea? I think it's Andrea. She coupled up with the new guy she met, right? I think she coupled up with the new guy that she's with, Ace and Shelly. Shelly picked Ace, which I'm like, thank God they both picked each other. Like, you guys just need to be done. I was so worried that he was going to pick that other girl. I was so worried he was going to pick her because he's been all about picking the opposite of Shelly and then thinking nothing about Shelly the whole time. So I'm so glad. No, I have rosacea. But anyways, I'm so glad that he picked Shelly. And then who else I'm trying to think in my head before I get to Taylor. Oh, Huda. Oh my God, my girl Huda. I love her. I am so glad that Chris chose her too. Her and Chris both chose each other. And I'm so glad because I was really worried that Chris was going to pick Shelly. That's right. He was with Shelly. And Huda pulled Shelly aside, you know, right before. And she was like, hey, I had a chat with him. I really like him. And she was like, good. I'm glad that you do so that he can stay because I miss Ace. So that worked out really, really well on both ends of the spectrum. And then it ends with, so at that point I could breathe because now I know Huda's good. And at that point we get to Taylor. And they say if anyone had Taylor written on their board, so everybody had to write on their board, hi Summer, shout out Summer Ballard. Anyways, they're like, if anybody had Taylor written on their board, go over to his heart. And of course, Clark and Alandria are the only two left standing, and they both, of course, walk to Taylor's heart. And it's like all of this suspense, and then boom. Thank you, Summer. I just did them myself, and I get them off of TikTok shop. I use the same ones as Lindy Hall. So if anybody's curious, she has like a ton of videos of her doing her lashes, and I'm pretty sure one of her pinned videos is, they're like Winky Lux lashes or something like that. I get the same ones. Anywho, so Taylor, all the suspense leading up to Taylor's board flipping, and then finally he flips the board and he chose Clark. And Amaya Papaya, honey, is like, what, Taylor? What? I was geeking when she did that, y'all. I was like, not Amaya Papaya, all pissed off. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna have to go get me something to drink. I am thirsting.
What do you want?
That other Celsius will be fine. Yeah, like Amaya was going in, honey. She was like, what? What, Taylor? What the fuck, Taylor? And JP was like, I wish you'd shut the fuck up. But I don't know. I've kind of changed my mind. I kind of like Amaya Papa now.
She's an annoying little fucking flea.
JP does not get down, but I kind of like her, you know. I do think she's kind of a people pleaser. Like, she's kind of one of those people that just agrees with whatever you say to, like, appease you. You know what I'm saying? Like, she kind of gives that vibe, but at the same time, I don't know, I'm starting to love her. So then, it's then disclosed that all the people who are left standing, so it was the guy that was with Sierra, that coupled with Sierra in Casa. It's Big Tall JD that was coupled with Huda, but he wrote Amaya on his board. Who is the other guy?
The very skinny dude that was with Buddha.
I already said him.
It was him, a black dude, and Dion.
Right. But who was the other guy? I can't remember.
There was another guy.
Hi, Troy. Sydney, Australia. Oh, my gosh. I can't remember. There was another guy in there, y'all. And then the girls was the girl with the lips.
There was
The
two
Miss
guys,
Piggy
three
lip.
girls.
Right. But I can't remember who the third guy was.
There was a black guy and two white guys.
Right, but who was he coupled with?
Huh?
Who was the third guy coupled with?
I don't know. One was with Buddha, one was with Iris, and one
You're right. The guy that was with Iris. That's right. The guy that was with Iris. Okay. And then the girls were Alondria. Okay, Melissa. Bye. Please be kinder to the next person's live you go into, because you don't know where their mental health may be. But you're welcome to stay here and continue to comment stuff like that if you would like. Because number one, it helps my engagement. And number two, I am not in a bad mental health space. And so I can handle anything that you got to say. Yeah, so Alondria, Miss Piggy Lips, and the girl that was with Ace, and I can't remember her name. I think it was like Daedra. Oh, Coco. Yeah, Coco. You're right. And so it goes to them. Obviously, the Islanders choose the people who were in Casa. Got to choose the boy, and the people that stayed in the villa got to choose the girl. And of course, the people who were in the villa is all of the OG guys and the girls that they were coupled with at the time. So you've got Taylor and Clark, and Nick is not having none of the shit. Nick is not having it, okay? And because all of them are talking about Alondria, and Taylor's not taking up for her at all, which grossed me the fuck out. That pissed me off. And then, so finally Nick steps in and says, Clark, no offense, but he's only known you for 3 days. And I feel like he's going to change his mind. So I think Alondria should stay. And I agree with that. 100%. She should stay. Period. Bye.
She should stay and find a dude and rub it.
Period. She needs a Miguel. She needs a Miguel. She needs someone like Miguel with the kissing challenge to come in there and rock that shit. You know what I'm saying? He needs to be super fucking tall, fucking beefed up. Like, that's what needs to happen. That's what needs to happen.
Well, Taylor was worried about that other country black dude that was on there.
I know, and he told her, like, literally talked her out of talking to him. Wasted her time. Literally wasted her time. She could have picked Jalen when he was there, and now he's gone. So anyways, so who ends up getting to stay is obviously Nick was not having the shit, neither were none of the other guys. So Alondria stays, and the guy that was coupled with Sierra stays. Alon, or whatever his name was, he stays. And I'm going to be honest, you guys. Would you let your husband tell you how to dress when y'all want to go out or something? He doesn't tell me how to dress. He doesn't. But I do take his input, and also I don't dress in a way that would be disrespectful to him. That's just me, though. All right, you guys. So, claws are done. Lashes are done. We've talked Love Island tea. I want to know who your favorites are. Let me know in the comments. Alandria and Huda are in my top, but if I had to pick 3, it's going to be Huda, Alandria, and I think I'm going to have to go with Shelly, y'all. I love Amaya Papaya. Don't get me wrong, but I'm going to have to go Shelly. Yeah, I do look chubby in a 2-piece, and I don't wear 2-piece bathing suits either. But if I wanted to, and to the girls out there who want to do that, you do you, baby, period. Y'all, I'm probably going to have to turn that fan on, y'all. I'm telling you, these lights get so hot, and it's already like 100 degrees outside. But yeah, let me know who your all's favorites are down in the comment section below. I'm going to start out with my moisturizer. I do already have sunscreen on, which reminds me that's the other thing I forgot to get at the store today, so I do need to get some more sunscreen. But I'm going to go in with my Drunk Elephant Proteiny Polypeptide, and I'm going to mix some honey, Royal Honey Propolis. This is by Skin Food. This is a Korean skincare brand, and it is incredible. If you have not tried honey propolis before, I highly, highly recommend. It's so good for your skin, and it also helps with discoloration as well as any type of like age spots. Also, if you are acne prone, honey propolis is really good to help with acne. I do recommend getting it from a Korean skincare brand though, because Korean honey is just so much better for the skin than like the honey that they put in it here in America. But yeah, this is by Skin Food, and I highly recommend. Highly. It's so good. It's more of like a gel-like formula, so it's not oily. So it's really good for any skin type, regardless of whether you have oily, dry, or combo skin. It's going to work well for any of those. I'm going to be honest, kind of neither, Travel Addict. I'm not, which here recently, I'm more into what's best for my health when it comes to that. So, but if I had to pick one, it would definitely be like a hamburger. I'm not really a pizza person. Now, if you were to ask my fiance that question, he's going pizza all day long. If you want to know someone who loves pizza more than anybody, and who could quite frankly eat it thank you, Warren, multiple days out of the week, it is my fiance. Thank you, Hungry Kitty. Just being referenced as a BBG is crazy. Or BBW is crazy. I love spicy foods. We love spicy around here. Love, 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 love times a billion spicy here. I'm just going to give that a minute to kind of dry down. Okay, next topic of discussion today, guys, and this one is going to be, I am big, I am beautiful, and I'm a woman. This next topic, guys, you all probably already knew that I was going to be coming in hot with this one, which if you follow me on TikTok, you know exactly my feelings on this. Laura Cleary and Stephen Hilton. Let's talk about it. Yoga and meditation. Why I might lose 50 in months. Yeah, I've gotten really into hot yoga, and also really getting into like bicycling. Okay, going in with my serum. The one I use is by Nimya. This is perfect for any skin type, and it's really, really moisturizing. This is Nikki Tutorials brand, and it is the Nimya License to Glow Serum. It is incredible. And I want you guys are about to see here in just a minute what this does for your skin. You guys are going to shit bricks when you see how glowy my skin is about to be. I'm also going to mix in a little bit of the Becca Backlight Primer. I love, 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 love. I'm gonna have to use the little thing because it's about out. But I'm gonna use every bit of it because Becca's not a thing anymore. And right before they closed down their business, I bought 5 of these. And I'm going to use every drop before it's gone. I do know that you can sometimes find Becca products at like Marshall's, Home Goods, TJ Maxx, Ross, places like that. So I might have to go take a gander and see if they have any before all the Becca products just get sold and they're gone. I do know that Amazon does still sell some of their stuff too. But it's just the most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It is like MAC Strobe Cream, but the difference is MAC Strobe Cream is more of like a silvery finish, where this is more of like a skin-like glow. So it looks really good on any skin color too. Can you tell me why people use primers? Okay, so you're gonna see me use one, let's see, as far as primers go, I'm gonna use 2 primers today, and use them for different things to minimize pores. I like a good tacky or grippy primer, and then I like one to go over my pores. But you basically for longevity of your makeup. And the reason why primer, you may think it doesn't work, or it doesn't work for you, or you haven't found one that works for you, is because you're not letting all the products dry down on the skin before you add the next one. You're just adding, and then putting makeup on top of it, and it's just all kind of mixing together instead of seeping into the skin and actually doing what it's supposed to do. So you're supposed to give just a few minutes between each product, unless you're wanting them to mix together, and then you can do that. But if you're wanting one product for one thing, just kind of let it sit, give it a minute. Hi Kara, what's up my love? All right, let's get into Stephen Hilton, y'all, and Laura Cleary. So I made a video about Stephen a couple of months ago when everything first happened, because he would at the time was still coming on Laura's podcast, and he basically said that he was going to continue to get high. Now, here's the thing. For those of you guys who do not know, Laura Cleary has been on the internet for probably 15-20 years. She's been doing skits and started on Facebook. That's where her biggest following was. We'll get into was in a minute if you aren't caught up on everything. She had like over, I think, 14 or 15 million followers on Facebook. And she started with doing like these little skits with her husband, Stephen. And then she kind of moved into Pamela Pumpkin. She had like different characters that she would play. And so, and Stephen would help her. Stephen, her husband at the time, he does music. So he has done a bunch of music for different movies, like big movies too. Like when I was doing research, because I'm considering doing a video on it, a YouTube video anyways, when I was doing research, like I had no clue, like he worked with fucking Titanic and all kinds of shit. Like I didn't know all that. I didn't know he was doing music for movies like that. Like Mission Impossible was on there. I was like, holy shit, like he's done music for like movies, y'all. Well, they both met in recovery. They both met at a party, and it turned out both of them were in recovery. And so they started dating, got married, all the things, had kids. And he relapsed, which caused them to, he relapsed the first time, they stayed together, relapsed again, they stayed together. Then he relapsed, and we don't really know what happened after the last relapse before they split up, but something happened. She's kind of beat around the bush and like stated that he might have put hands on her, assaulted her in some way, not sure, but that's when she left Stephen. And it's been, 2.5, probably going on 3 years at this point that they've been divorced. But Stephen would still appear in her videos. And also, I don't have a neck. fun fact, I don't really have one. I don't know. It's just like really short. I don't know. It always has been. Plus I have a double chin. So there's that. Anyways, so, but he would still like help her with videos. He would be on her podcast, different things. Well, not help her with her videos, but he would appear in some skits and be on her podcast. And then a couple of months ago, she referenced him relapsing yet again. And he said, yeah, I have no plans on quitting permanently. Like, I just have no plans on it. I'm happy when I use, so fuck it. I'm going to continue to use. And she was like, then you're not going to see your kids. Like, then you won't see the kids. And so one thing leads to another. They have a little bit of beef on the internet. He starts saying real crazy shit. And so, like, coming on the internet fully high, like acting absolutely crazy. And so she inevitably filed a restraining order. And he comes on the internet and says, so Laura said I could see the kids overnight tonight. And 10 minutes before they were supposed to get here, I get a knock at the door. It's her best friend. And they said, you're served, and gave me these papers. So I've been served. I've been served a restraining order against Laura and the kids. First of all, let me tell you something. To get a restraining order when children are involved takes a lot, okay? There had to have been some shit happen that we don't know about. More than just him publicly stating that he was going to continue to get high. There had to be other things. I'm just going to tell you like it is, okay? Time marches on, and then he posts. So Laura says that she comes on, and Creed, what are you into? Oh, okay. I'm just going to say allegedly to just protect myself, because I don't know the situation, and it's already been proven that he did it, but I'm just going to say alleged just to protect myself from being sued. But she says that Steven hacked into all of her social media, that he completely deleted her Facebook. Like, you, to this day, you still cannot, when you search Laura Cleary, you cannot find her page. You will just find videos that other people have posted of her. Hacked into her YouTube channel, deleted so much content. She said thousands of videos. She said like the past 5 years are basically wiped and gone. And the only videos left are videos with him in them. And here's the thing, you all, is that is taking food out of his own children's mouth. Like, he knows that that's how Laura makes money. He knows that's where her income comes from. And her shit is highly produced, which means that all of her videos are investments at the end of the day. Like, she's investing into the quality of content. She is investing into the quality of cameras that's being used. She's investing into the people who come in on her podcast. I'm sure she pays them to be there. She invests in all of it. Editors, producers, the whole thing. So for all of that content to now be gone, that's a big, and it's completely deleted. Like, it's deleted. The only videos that still exist are ones with him in it, and they're from like 6 years ago. So she posts that, says he hacked her, and so Steven decides to post a video saying she said herself that she had changed her password, so therefore I couldn't have done it. Then he shares a picture on his phone where he's taking a picture of his laptop screen, of his computer screen, right? And it's the post, one of the posts that was posted on Laura's Facebook while it was hacked. And in the post it says, Steven's a piece of shit, he's hallucinating, blah, blah, blah. Basically making it look like Laura was talking really, really, really bad about Steven publicly online. And in the picture that he took, it says boost insights under the post, which, if you are someone who knows and you post on Facebook and you have a following like that, only you can see that under your post, not other people on Facebook. So if I was to go on Facebook and look up your Facebook page, I would not see that underneath the post. If that makes sense, only you could see it. And then up at the top, it says, say what's on your mind. And it's Laura's picture with her, like it's Laura's Facebook. So he literally showed proof that he had hacked into it. He literally proved it right there. Like, what the actual fuck? Then Laura posts a TikTok with a cop with a bunch of like papers and says, you know, the truth will prevail. Then he goes online and calls her a egomaniac. While we're talking, I'm going to continue to get ready here. I'm going to go in with a little bit of Nimya Where It All Starts cream. This is a really moisturizing primer. And it does have a little bit of tackiness to it, but not as much as I like. So I do like to go in with just another primer. This one really is just beautiful underneath makeup. So I do use this one every single day, and I love it. This is like my 5th bottle or container, and it's about time to re-up on it. And for those of you who have never purchased from Nimya, which is, again, Nikki Tutorials brand, she usually has bundles where you can get this, the serum, the setting spray, and like an eyeshadow palette or blush or something like that with it for like $100. So make sure you go check out Miss Nikki Tutorials. I'm gonna blend this in. So then he calls her, Laura, an egomaniac. Now here's the thing, she's not an egomaniac because she wouldn't let you see the kids. Okay, the reason why, and any mother wouldn't want their kids to be with you or around you, is because you have publicly said over and over and over and over, and you still stand by, that you are going to continue to use, and you don't know why it would be a problem for you to use while your kids are there. Okay. Number one, there's a reason why they call it mind-altering substances, or that you're in a mind-altered state, because you're not yourself when you're high. You're just not. Especially when you said, I would probably only do like shrooms or ecstasy or something if they were here. I wouldn't do my Xanax or, what did he say? My perks or something like that. I can't remember what he said, but basically he was talking about pain pills or something. That's even worse, bitch, because now you're fucking hallucinating with your kids there. Like, of course she doesn't want her kids to be there overnight. I would be petrified. I would be standing outside all night long with a baby monitor outside of the house. Like, absolutely not. I don't care what anybody says. Hell no. So he says that, and that's not an egomaniac. That is her being a mother. And it's not like she's not been in your shoes, Stephen. You know that she's sober. She's just stayed sober. And I can't stand, there are some addicts out there who do say this, and it's not true at all. I celebrated 9 years in March. My story is no different than someone who's been sober for 6 months to a year. We still are in recovery, and there is still the same chance of me relapsing as that person. It's something that we all have to work on daily. I remember exactly what it was like to be strung out and miserable and dope sick. It's terrible. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. So for him to be throwing up the fact that she stayed sober as like what, a weakness is how he's kind of putting it, is so weird to me and bizarre. And I just think that he needs to, number one, he needs to go to long-term treatment. Here's the other problem I think that there's been with Stephen. Every time that he's relapsed, he's only went to like a 5-day program, or he's done outpatient program or something like that. When I finally got sober, and this, I tell people this all the time, and people don't want to hear it when they're in active addiction. They don't want to hear this, but it works, okay? It works. I went for a year. Yeah, I went to treatment for a year. Whole year. I was able to, in that program, work my way up, get a job. They finally let me go to work. I was able to then drive my car. I was able to do things eventually. But for the first 6 months, every day, all I did was talk about recovery, 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 and start working on my steps. Also, I think that he worked his 12 steps a little too quickly. Now, for me, I took my time with my 12 steps. And I did not complete all 12 steps fully for the first time until I've been sober for 2 years. I have reworked them over and over, and I think you should constantly be reworking your steps, because the second that you stop is the second that you forget. But I think he needs to go to long-term treatment. I think that he needs long-term therapy. I do believe he is narcissistic as fuck, just the way that he thinks. Hold on, you guys. I'm gonna have to get a fan. It's just too fucking hot. I guess. I know. I know, it's loud as hell. Hold on, you guys. Let me... Well, shit, where am I going to plug it in at? Oh. I didn't know you had one in there.
I got shit everywhere.
Hold on, you guys. I'm coming. Yeah. Perfecto. Sorry, y'all. Y'all just don't know these studio lights. It was a toy. All right. So, before I put on my grippy primer, I'm going to put on just a little pea size, like smaller than a pea size of Benefit Professional, and I just focus it on my T-zone. But yeah, I think that it's really fucked up that she's having to go through this. When all of this really and genuinely started, because she said that she went to a wedding with her new man that she's basically been with for 2 years at this point. Like, that's how long they've been separated. And she said that she's so grateful that she went to the wedding because she now believes in love again. And blah, blah, blah. That is her right to say that. And also, again, we don't know how everything ended, but it didn't end because things are great, okay? People don't end relationships and marriages because things are going wonderful. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you have kids. Like, a lot of people stay because things they're not miserable, and we have kids. So it's just easier to stay together. So you know that there had to be some shit going down, okay? She posts that, and that's when all this started. He's a narcissist. When things are not about him, and the light's not shining on Steven, he pulls this shit every time. So, honestly, this might be a blessing in disguise type thing, because they're going to track back the address of the computer that was used. They're going to see exactly where the IP address went to, connected to which Wi-Fi, where was it. Like, they're going to be able to see all this shit. And I've seen some people saying, well, if he was in like a Starbucks, and they're not going to be able to figure it out. Yes, they can. They'll see the date and the time, and they'll go to Starbucks and watch the cameras and see who it was. Like, it's not going to be that hard, y'all. It's not. Anyways. Now, for the Grippy Primer, this is a new product that you guys recommended. You guys know that I love the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, but you guys said, no, Morgan, you need Hello My Cute Cow. People are such dicks. Jesus. But a few of you guys are like, no, Morgan, you need to try the Maybelline Grippy Serum. Up to 24-hour wear makeup grip primer, and it has niacinamide in it. Guys, niacinamide is so fucking good for your skin. So I am pumped. We're about to try and ooh, love the consistency already. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys now. I'm loving the consistency of it. It's not too thick. Ooh, it's good and tacky. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you guys were on the money with this one. And I think this was, how much, babe? Like $9.97 or $9.98? This primer? Yeah, it was like $9 and something. Guys, this is good. Oh my gosh, this is good. Oh yeah. Oh, and it's got niacinamide in it too, y'all. So it's like adding like, where's all this fucking, guys, glitter is literally the STD of makeup. I did glitter like 2 weeks ago, and that shit is like floating in the air in here or something. Oh, this is good. Oh yeah. Yes, I love it. I love it. Now, a lot of you guys were like, what was wrong with the e.l.f. one? Give us the tea on the e.l.f. one. Why did you not like the e.l.f. one? It was way too fucking thick. Way too thick. And when it's too thick like that, it will not blend into the skin. It won't. It will continue to just set on top of the skin. So this one is going right into the skin. It's got a good grip. It's not too sticky. That was my problem with the NYX glue primer. It was way too sticky. Oh, great job, guys. Great job. No, not the beauty blender falling. I have to pick these up immediately, you guys, because if I don't, my dog will and eat it. Let me just wash this really quickly. All right, boom. Okay, so now we are ready to start the makeup. I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows with those primers and moisturizers really set on the skin, and we're gonna try this, you guys. If you were here at the beginning of the live, or you watch me, you know this is my tried and true. I have used this for, I don't know, 8 years at this point, maybe 10 even, probably. Anastasia Dip Brow. And you guys were like, Morgan, try the e.l.f. and let us know. I was worried. I did do a little finger swatch of it because I was worried because of how shiny it was. But once I did a swatch of it, you'll see there in the center that it's nice and matte. When it's matte like that, that means that there's hardly any wax in it. That's the problem with drugstore pomades. They're too waxy. And it doesn't look, it's not tea. But we'll see. I'm scared though, because there's a huge price difference. We're talking $23 for Anastasia, and this was $2. They're also, you know, a size difference, but hell, if this is good and it's only $2, I don't give a shit to buy it more, you know what I mean? Hey, I wish you good stuff in life, Morgan. Proud of you for doing what you do and living the life on your terms. Keep it up. Thank you, Joey. That's very sweet. Very sweet. Okay, let's brush up these brows and let's get this party started, y'all. Get this party started on a Saturday night. Okay. Now, I will say that I do like Anastasia's component better, because the side of the edges here on where you see where I wiped it, on the Anastasia one, there are ridges there to make it easy to glide the product off the side. This one does not. So, okay. This is not waxy at all. at all. In fact, it's kind of powdery. It's kind of powdery. It's got a little bit of a powdery texture to it, which isn't a bad thing, but if it's too powdery, which we'll find out when I blend it, it's not going to be very long lasting. It's definitely not going to last like Anastasia Dip Brow. Dip Brow, bitch, you can go swimming in that shit. It ain't budging. That's the thing about Anastasia Dip Brow, is it's like quite literally just right. It's just the right amount of powder and just the right amount of wax. Far from Mother Teresa, but hello. Yes, Nemo, I am okay. How are you? Guys, I'm really liking this so far. I'm gonna be honest. I really, really like this. I just need to know how long lasting it is, especially before I would use it on a client. I would probably still stick with ABH for clients until I was able to try this a few times. Gosh, it blends like butter, guys. Y'all, I love it. I'm gonna tell you right now, that blend just then, and it blends so gorge with like my actual hairs. Yeah, I like it. I'm gonna say already to the elf, now I can't speak to the longevity of it, but I can say this, as far as the consistency, it's 10 out of 10. As far as the blendability, 10 out of 10. Packaging, it needs to change. I wouldn't mind, you know, spending a few extra dollars on it for some better packaging. So, elf, this needs to change. This jar, what we're needing is this right here. So, for a pomade, you can't really see because, of course, I've used mine, but there's little ridges down on the top of the container. So, when you wipe the brush, it's like stairs is what you're wiping it on, and it gets you a clean, sharp line. So if they could give us that type, I get that to the jar. Seems hard to get it out of. Yeah, no, as long as you're using a good brow brush, you should be fine. You want one with a nice spoolie on the end. This is part of that brush set that I got off the TikTok shop. It's Maange, M-A-A-N-G-E is the name. I got like 20 brushes for $10. And they're really, really good quality. I would compare them to MAC brushes, honestly. They're really good. Y'all, I'm really liking this brow pomade. I'm going to be honest. And I almost crashed out. I told John, I was like, babe, this pomade is $2. Anastasia's is $23, and I've been buying that shit for like 10 years. To be fair though, brow pomade does last you so long. Like, I really only have to buy brow pomade like once a year. Well, that's not true, because I bought it in December and I'm needing more now, because it kind of gets not dried out. It will though, if you don't put your lid on right, it will dry out. That's the thing about pomade. So I guess I buy it twice a year. But still, it lasts a long time. And I really, really love this color too. I think it was called like Espresso maybe. Yeah, Espresso. I love the color. For $2, you guys, all day long. I know you all had me try the Maybelline. I hated it. It's so waxy. The Maybelline one is so waxy, and it's like $10. It's way more than this one. And it's full of wax. God, you guys, this blends like a dream. Like an absolute dream. I'm gonna have to see how the longevity is on it, because if the longevity is good on this, you guys, I mean, it's just really good. I would even venture to say that I like the formula better than Anastasia's. It's just all going to depend on the longevity of it all, though. Like, is this going to last as long as ABH does? Because I know I can put ABH on and I could go swimming in that shit. For real. I mean, hello, Mama Cat. Hi. Yes, hello. There we go. That's much better. What, baby? Yes, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I really, really like it, you guys. So to the e.l.f., I can't remember what this was called. Here it is. Here's the box. The e.l.f. Lock On Liner and Brow Cream is what it's called. And it was $2 at my store. And I got the shade Espresso. You do only get 0.19 ounces. And the Anastasia, you get 0.14. Holy shit, so you get more in the e.l.f. than you do in the Anastasia. This looks so much bigger. Wow, that's, oh, I see why. Do you see? It's because it's deeper. Damn, e.l.f. coming in with a big one. Okay, well, I highly recommend you guys. We'll see about longevity. I'll keep you guys posted on longevity. But I'm going to go ahead and put some shadow primer on. I'm going to use the MAC paint pot in the shade Painterly. And I really just like to put this on my lid because my eyelids are extremely oily. And this is a really powdery eye primer. So when it's good and powdery like that, it seeps up all that oil. So it's really good for the lids. I don't shape my brows with it, but I do go ahead and put it on my lid and right underneath my eye because it's going to seep up all of those oils that like to build up there. So if you're oily around the eyes, this is a really good one. That's okay. You don't have to have an eyeshadow primer, guys. If you have a concealer, you have an eyeshadow primer. You can use concealer for it, 100%. I'm going to use a concealer to shape my brow. But I like to use the paint pot on my lids just because it takes away the oil. That's what an eyeshadow primer does, is it takes away the oils on your lid. I just went right over my brow. Hold on, you guys. I just put it on the lid because it seeps up that oil, so I put it on my lid and right underneath my eye where those oils seep up. But you don't have to have an eyeshadow primer. I'm mainly oily on your nose. You can put eyeshadow primer on your nose, or what would be even better is just to get you a nice mattifying primer. A really good mattifying primer, and the best one is by Makeup Forever. I can't remember the name of it, but it's in the gray tube. You want to talk about being matte, baby. That is the mattest primer of all time. I love it. I use that a lot for my girls who do pageants. Any type of pageant makeup. I've got it in my makeup kit, but I don't want to go and go through it to get the name of it for you. Okay. My face is a mile long, so makeup is easier. Another one, this is a drugstore option. You can only get it at Target. It's by Jason Wu, and it's the Wu Prime Eye. It comes in different colors, I believe. This is the name of it, Wu Prime Eye. I don't know if it's just in white or not, but this is another really good eyeshadow primer. I like it. Oh yes, this is in Space White. Anastasia Beverly Hills makes one similar that's white as well. I like this one better. It's a little bit more tacky. All right, let's go ahead and shape these brows up. And I'm just going to use a concealer. Just a little cheapo one. It doesn't matter. Again, this is just to shape the brows, so it's not that deep. And I'm going to take, guys, I'm really liking that primer. This Maybelline Grippy Serum Primer. Y'all need to try it. It's really good. I'm really liking the consistency. I'm going to take a nice flat synthetic brush. This is by Laura Lee Los Angeles, and it is the L17. Just going to take a little cotton round and wipe off any excess product that may have been sitting on it. I'm going to go ahead and shape these brows, and I'm only going to shape underneath. If I need to shape it at all on the top of the brow, I will do that later with my foundation. Peter Griffin. I love Peter Griffin, but I know I don't look like Peter Griffin. I have a loving fiance, and not that it matters to people like you, but I'm a damn good person too. All right, and then I'm just going to, fat fingers. Yes, I do have fat fingers. There's a lot of really hateful people online today, aren't there? At least you're here and not bothering somebody that might not be in the best mental space. So feel free to stay, hang around, and be nasty if that's what makes you feel better. Okay, I'm going to take this little Morphe brush. This is from their Gilded collection. So it's from like probably circa 2017, 2016. But I love it. It's a really, really good concealer brush. It works really well with liquids. Any synthetic brush is going to work really well with liquids, but the ones that are going to work best are going to have a flat edge. You see that? That's what you want when it comes to liquids. You don't want like a fluffy brush to blend in liquids. You want it to be a straight edge. And I draw that line across just to make sure my brows are even, because they are naturally uneven, so I have to make them even on my own. Aw, thank you, Mints. You're sweet. You are very, very sweet. I have some of the sweetest followers in the world, I swear I do. I mean, there's people that come into my videos every time I go live. They never watch my videos though, so I'm really grateful for that. It's only when I go live do I have people who are nasty. But again, I'm okay with that because I'm in a good mental health space, and I would rather them be here doing that to me than to go to someone who may, you know, just not be in the best mental health space at all. Another reason that I really like this primer over the e.l.f. one is the e.l.f. one was so grippy that you really couldn't blend anything onto the skin. Like, it wouldn't blend in good. Again, because it's set on top of the skin, it was so thick it wouldn't blend all the way in. Okay, now we're going to move on to eyeshadow. And I'm going to go into the ABH Norvina palette, the orange one. And I'm going to use B5, C3, and E2. So I'm going to use this shade right here, then this shade right here, and then this shade right here. But how beautiful is this palette? All right. I'm going to start out with a nice sized fluffy brush. So I'm going to use this Morphe. The numbers have rubbed off, but it's just a nice fluffy brush. I'm going to run it around my little eyeshadow cleaner. I'm going to flip it really quick. And I'm going to start, oh, forgetting a step already. We need our Scotch tape first. Then I'm going to go into B5, and we're going to blend this into right above my crease. I'm going to kind of create my own crease. I'm going to show you guys, we're going to maximize our lid space by doing this, okay? So I'm going to take that all the way out, and then I'm going to start blending that shade right up into the front of my brow. Circular motions right up into the front of that brow. And buff it out. And this is going to start to contour our nose there. I'm going to do this to the other side. So I'm going right above my crease, not directly into the crease, right above it. Start dragging that right up into the front of that brow. You see how we're getting that shape already? That's what we want. So windshield wiper motions just to get that color laid down nicely. And then we're going in with circular motions to really blend out those edges super nicely, no harsh lines. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with more of a tapered blending brush, meaning that it's going to be pinched at the bottom and then it's going to sprout out into a blender. So it's going to look like this right here. See how it's pinched there at the bottom and then it sprouts out? We're going to take that shade C3 and we're going to put it on the tip of the brush. And this one we're going to focus more directly into where our actual crease is on your eye. If you have hooded eyes, you're going to go a little bit below, so you want to blend above your hood. The first color, once you want to blend that right above your hood. The second color, you want to go just a little bit below that. So everything should be above your hooded eye. Above where your eye hoods is where everything should be so far. And then again, we're going to go in with those really tiny circular motions to start blending out our deepening shade. So this is where we're going to start building up that crease. Really start deepening that up. And then again, go right up into the front of the brow, circular motions. And this is just going to open that eye all the way up. Okay. Do the same thing on the other eye. Again, going directly into where my actual crease is. If we're hooded eyed, we're a little bit below where we put that previous shade, and we are still above where your eye hoods. Blending that up into the front of the brow, and then we're going to do little circular motions to really blend this shade out. I'm actually going to go back in with that previous shade, B5, on that first brush, and we're just going to hit the edges. Again, this is going to give it more of that airbrushed look, looking like the colors just bleed into each other instead of harsh lines one color to the next. That's what we don't want. Okay, so this is where we should be. And now we're going to go in with our deepest shade, and I'm going to use my favorite blending brush in the entire world. This is a medium-sized blender. This is the Morphe M443 brush. It is a medium blender. Yeah, this Morphe. And I'm going to take that shade E2, and we're going to focus this right where that tape is. We're going to do a diagonal line just like that. You want to stop right where those crease shades are about to end, about 2 centimeters. And then we're going to press that shade right into that outer V. And at this point, all I'm doing is pressing. I'm not blending at all. I'm just pressing that shade in that diagonal line. Do you see that? And then we're just going to start to lightly blend. We are applying very, very, very little pressure. And that's what you should have so far, okay? We're just going to go ahead and blend this edge right here. And then I'm going to take that previous brush that we used, and I'm going to hit that spot as well. And this is what we should have. You see how it fades? That's what you want. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and deepen that up even more. We're going to go in with layer 2 now. And going in with layers instead of a whole bunch of product at once is what's going to give you that really seamless blend where it all fades, which again, that's what we want. We want that nice fade where it looks like someone actually painted that eyeshadow on. As I always say, happy blends, happy blends. Just like Bob Ross, he had happy trees, we have happy blends. Right, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next side. Again, just tapping that shade right there on that outer edge, okay? Doing a nice diagonal line right on the edge of the tape. And we're going to start to blend it. And I'm just tapping at this point, just laying that shade down. Going in with layers. This eye always does better for me. I don't know why. I think this eye just likes eyeshadow more. That's what I like to think. I like to think of them as, you know, twin sisters, and one loves makeup more than the other, you know? Okay. Now, just going in and just kind of looking from far. I have 3 different views here. So I'm just kind of looking from different angles and seeing if there's any spots that might need touched up a little bit more than the other. Again, this eye is just giving everything that it needs to give. All right, and now we're going to go on the lid. And I think today we're just going to keep it nice and bright and matte. Creed, what are you doing? Oh, okay. Let's see, what palette do I want that white from? I think I'm going to use this one right here. I need popsicles.
Baby powder.
Yeah, what are we wanting to eat? I'm starting to eat nothing all day. I just thought of that. It's 6:30 and I'm not eating shit.
I don't know.
Oh my god. I can't believe I ain't eating nothing. I just thought of that.
I don't want to go to town, but I guess I will.
No, it's okay. Yeah, I'll make some noodles. Just get me some chicken broth, I guess. Yeah.
I'll go to town.
No, it's fine. I do need some more tater chips though. The ones I always use for my soups, the cheddar or whatever, in the orange bag. No way.
Shut.
You know.
Shut, dude.
You know you don't.
Shut, dude. Shut, my little.
Just be safe, freak-a-leak. I am from East Tennessee, baby. Why am I wanting to be a freak and like do a crazy color? I just don't think that will look good with this, like at all. No, I'm not doing it because it's not gonna look good. I'm trying, like, thinking in my head, and it ain't. So we're gonna go in with the Laura Lee X Erin Weaver, her niece, Candy Skies palette. And the shade in here, Marshmallow, is one of the most pigmented, brightest, beautiful whites in the land. I just love it. I keep seeing these blues, or this shade in here called Cloudy. It's not pulling the same on camera. In person, it's like more of like a purpley. Let's do it. Why not? You know what? You only live once, guys. You only live once, and I feel like, ooh, or do I want to do sunset? No, I want to do this one. Ooh. Oh, she's pretty. Trying to avoid my lashes at all costs. Oh, oh yeah. You don't even need to spray her. I said, try not to touch my lashes, and then go right in and touch it the first chance I get. Oops. Oh my God, what just happened? Oh my God, hold on, you guys. You can't even tell on camera what just happened, but I literally just ruined a lash. Hold on, you guys, I'm gonna see if I can fix it. If not, I'm gonna have to redo this lash. Perfect. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. Just getting the eyeshadow off of my lashes here. Oh, the fluff is right there. I was like, where is it? I see it. Okay, now to decide what I want to do here, because is this shadow pretty? Absolutely. Is it giving what I want it to give? No. Hold on a minute, you guys. I'm gonna have to clean out this lash a little bit. That's gonna drive me bonkeroonies. Thank you, Walking Tall. Thank you, Anani. Hope I'm saying y'all's names right. And then sometimes I'm like, well, is that their name or is that just what they use as their username? And we'll put a little mascara in that. Okay, now I need to figure out what I want to do here because this inner corner is not giving me what I want it to give. It's beautiful, don't get me wrong, but it's not. What is that now? It's a piece of fluff. Oh, thank you, Albert. My uncle's name was Albert. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to decide what I want to do here because the inner corner is not, it's not giving what I want it to. So hold on just a second. Let me check a couple of my little Super Shocks here and see. I only have like 5 billion of them. And there's a particular one I'm looking for. I have way too many of these. I'm thinking Ladybird might be a little bit too. Let me try this one. This one's called, guys, when I tell you I have probably 50 of these, I tell not a word of a lie. This is the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade I Love This. And it looks like this. I'm wondering if this might add a little bit. Then the other one I was also thinking is this one right here, which is in the shade Ladybird, which is my dog's name, one of my dog's name. It's like a really pretty, I think this one might be. I think this one might be what we're looking for, guys. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. Let me see if I calm down. Belle, can you please, 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 my love, not do that on my rack of clothes? I just know that you're going to tip it over. By the way, these work way better with your finger. Super Shock shadows do. This isn't good, guys. This isn't. This is the shade I'm wanting. So maybe I'll lay it out and see if I can find. Let me just see what this one would give. This is the one I Love This. No, it's like basically the same color. Okay. Yeah, it's got just like a hint more shimmer in it. But now I feel like I need to stack it on this eye too because I stacked it on. Hold on, you guys. The problem is, this is, you know, people are like, I would be just so happy if I had that much makeup. Yeah, but you also get overwhelmed because there's just so much. It's the thing about collecting makeup. Do I love makeup so much? 100%. Obviously, I do it for a living. I do it for you guys. I love it. But it's like, when you have so much, it's like, shit, where do I go from here? Now, I need to search my 2 billion palettes. Actually, JK, it's more like I actually have 316 palettes. But now, let me check all of them to find the shade I'm looking for. Okay, no. I was thinking the Naughty Huda palette might have what I was looking for. It doesn't. And I know that one doesn't. I'm going to start with this drawer. I know that one doesn't. I know that one doesn't. Nope. I'm pretty sure this one fucking don't. Absolutely not. Let me try. Let's get into the Morphe palettes. This one is the 35H. No. Nope. Okay. that goes to colors, one doesn't. It's all purples. Aha! Bing, 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 bing. What palette is this? Okay, this is a She Glam palette, the Afterglow palette. Yes, this shade right here is giving what I'm needing to get right now. There's no shade name in it, so don't ask that. You actually don't need any makeup. You are fine, beautiful, charming, delightful, elegant, fantastic, glorious, gorgeous, humorous, honorable, intelligent, lovely, magnificent, perfect, my love. Well, thank you so much, but makeup is my hobby, and it brings me joy. I love it. Oh, yeah. And I really like the way that it mixes with that color we put on first, because it almost gives it this bronzy look. So I should have went in with the bronzing shade that I was going to go in to begin with. I don't need to ask my husband's texting me. I would have went in with that shade Sunset. It's okay. And I'm still wanting, just like, this is coming off so gold, and in the pan it's like not gold at all. It still isn't giving, like, I want this shade right here, and it's just not as pigmented without using your finger, and I can't get in there because of my nails with my finger. Alright, well, this didn't turn out exactly the way I was envisioning in my head, but that is fine. Oh yeah, we need to clean our lashes big time. Hey, what is that? Guys, do you all remember little Millie Cat that I rescued over 2 months ago? And the vet said she was probably only like 8 days old. Say, look how big I've gotten. How big she's gotten, you guys. Her belly. Say hello. This is Millie. Millie Mae Rose. My baby. Oh, the purse. Oh, the purse. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Okay. She's teething. There you go, baby. Go play. Thank you, Ryan. Okay, so where did we find her? So one day we were outside working in our garden, and we kept hearing a meow. And I was like, where is that coming from? And my fiance said, I think it's coming from under the porch. And I was like, oh my God, because our porch is like really high up, so we have it enclosed underneath, and we keep like our it's his shit, I don't know, man stuff's down there. And I was like, get down there, go see. And so he does, and as soon as he found her, we knew exactly who her mother is. She has been a stray in our neighborhood for years. We have tried so many times to rescue her. We have tried so many times to try to feed her, bring her in when it snows, because we live up in the mountains. So when it's hot, it's hot. And when it's cold, baby, it is cold, okay? So we've tried and tried. Some of you guys know that we rescued Mama Cat a year ago on January 1st. We had a horrible snowstorm New Year's Eve or New Year's Day of 2023, the very beginning of 2023. And she, or beginning of 2024, sorry. And she was a stray cat. I fed her all the time. And then finally, of the night of that snowstorm, I had John bring her in while she was pregnant. And she ended up having kittens, and that's how we got Belle Belle. So we now have Mama Cat and Belle Belle. Well, Millie's mom, our newest kitten that we just rescued, she is wild. She's just too wild to be inside. We have tried and tried and tried. Our neighbors have tried and tried and tried. And she just wants to be inside. She just wants to be inside. She don't want to come in. So as soon as I seen Millie, I was like, okay, well, we know who the mom is. And so, but Millie was all alone. Her eyes weren't even open yet. One eye was kind of like open a little, but the other one still wasn't open. So a couple days go by, we went up because there's a creek at the entrance of our neighborhood. And so we drove up and down that creek because that's where her mother had been spotted. That same day we seen her mom by that creek, and later that night we did. So we went up and down the creek because we felt like there were more kittens. Couldn't find any. Our neighbors were looking under their porches. No kittens found. Nothing. And to this day, still nothing. So the vet thinks that because her mom is wild, and she's always been wild. So one of the older neighbors in our neighborhood said that his camera caught a man dropping Millie's mom off alone like 6 years ago. So her mother is old. Millie's mom is like old. The fact that she even had Millie is like crazy. So anyways, we've tried to find the other kittens if there were any. And the vet thinks that because Millie's mom is wild, she most likely had a nest. So most likely what happened was she had Millie under our porch because it was enclosed and it probably felt safe to her there. And so she probably had Millie there. And then she ended up making a nest by the creek because that's probably where Millie's mom gets her water and eats from. And most likely what the vet said is that she probably forgot where she had Millie, or her mom could have eaten the other kittens. Which I really hope that that's not the case, but we still haven't found them. And I know Millie is up and moving and walking around and running and into shit and climbing and jumping. So I know her siblings would be too. And I just know if there were any, we would have seen them, or at least one of the neighbors, you know what I mean? And we haven't. So we have Millie. She is now on kitten food. Of course, you know, she was bottle fed. I had to bottle feed her. And I had to buy formula for her. But guys, she is thriving. She is thriving. She is doing so good. I'm going to go in with the shade Pearls. You guys know this is one of my favorite shades of all time. It's from the Makeup Revolution palette. Forever Flawless. It's this shade right here. You guys know these two shades right here are favorites of mine. I have DM'd Makeup Revolution 100 times and asked for them to make single shadows of Fortuity and Pearls. And they said, the last DM I sent them on Instagram, they said there may be something in the works. And that was like 6 months ago. So we'll see if they listen to me. Oh, my cat, her name is Lucy. She is 10 days old. What happened is she was abandoned. I live in Columbia. So someone took her and threw her to the woods, and we went to the vet, and she was healthy and stuff. That's awesome. Great job on saving an animal, you guys. Here's the thing. Our shelters, as I mentioned a minute ago, we rescued Mama Cat, and the next day we realized that she was pregnant. We didn't know she was pregnant, mainly because she was so skittish before we got her to come inside. Like, she would not eat if we were on the porch, so I'd have to put out food and then she would come up and she would eventually eat, but she wouldn't eat if you were out there with her. Until the night of that storm, I got her up onto the porch, and then I had John shut our front porch door. We have a screened-in front porch, so that she wasn't out in the snow. And I had my fireplace on that night, so I opened the front door, and she was like, bitch, I'm coming inside. And she's been here ever since. And the next morning I was like, because to be quite honest with you, it was New Year's Eve, and I did have a couple glasses of champagne. I had 4 glasses of champagne that night. So I didn't pay no attention. And like I said, any other time that she came up on the porch to eat, she didn't want nobody out there. So I'd never like taken a good look at her. The next morning, she's prancing through the living room, and I'm like, bitch, are you pregnant? I know damn well your little baby mama ass didn't just come up in here pregnant. Yep, we took her to the vet. You need to lose weight, not makeup. Fun fact, guys, I've lost 56 pounds. I go to the gym 3 to 5 days a week. I am doing a lot better than I was, and the reason I gained weight was because I lost some really important people. Yeah, I'm still not ready to talk about it. I'm still not ready to talk about it, and I'm not going to till I'm ready. So, again, let the rude people stay, you guys. To any of my moderators, just let them stay. It's fine. It's fine. I would rather them be here leaving comments to me, someone who is not in a bad mental space, than to go to someone else's page who a comment like that might be something that was just really, really bad. So it's fine. If that's how you want to interact with people, then that's how they choose to interact with people, guys. It's okay, Bad Moss. You might just want to, reconsider the way that you talk to people or the way that you leave comments. You never know what someone is going through, and moving on. I can't even remember where I left off now. So yeah, Mama Cat came in pregnant. So we took her to the vet, and they were like, oh yeah, she's pregnant, and she's at least having 4 kittens. And I was like, okay, so we need to get prepared. And they were like, yeah, and she's going to be having kittens soon. This was in January, so we're preparing to have kittens in January. But she didn't have them kittens till April. She didn't have them kittens till April, y'all. Early April. It was the 1st, April the 1st, April Fool's Day. And all day long, I was telling JP, I was like, she's in labor. Like, she was just acting weird, y'all. She was just acting real weird. She had no fucking energy. And she was just laying on one spot of the couch. And she kept, like, kind of pushing the side. She was laying on her side, like, pushing her feet. I'm like, bitch, she's about to go in labor. And I had said this multiple times, obviously, to John, because we thought she was going to have the cats back in fucking January. So, of course, every time she'd act funny at all, I told John, I'm like, she's having the kittens. So eventually, he just like, bitch, shut up. Hold on, y'all. Sorry, y'all. I guess John is going to be getting us Mexican food. Oh my God, so funny the way you said bitch. Anyways, y'all, so he wasn't listening to me, and I was like, okay, motherfucker, I'm telling you right now that this bitch is going into labor. She's acting real funky today. Well, of course, I end up listening to John. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm being dramatic. He's saying I'm being dramatic. So I must be being dramatic. So I go out on the porch, y'all. It's like a beautiful spring day. It was so beautiful outside that day. Like, so freaking beautiful. So I go outside, sitting on the porch, and I'm like, you know what? I just want a nice cold brewski. I want a nice brewski. So I come inside, bitch, and she's done had a kitten on the couch. And guys, I had never delivered kittens. When I was young, my mother was not a cat person. So I knew nothing. I see a cat still in a sack, and she's like licking it and shit, but I see something like hanging out of her poutine in the same pouch, okay? I called the vet. I didn't know what the fuck. At first I thought the kitten, maybe one of its organs was on the outside. I didn't know. Guys, I'm not a vet. I called the vet. I'm freaking out. She's like, FaceTime me. I FaceTime her, and she's like, oh, she's having twins. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, she's having them on my fucking $3,000 couch. Like, what do we do? And she was like, okay, well, you're gonna have to wait until she like gets them fully birthed and eats everything. Make sure you have gloves on. I'm gonna tell you exactly how to pick her up. So we had our fucking like jacuzzi tub in our bathroom, or fucking tub. What am I talking about? Jacuzzi. It's a fucking tub. It's huge though. And I mean huge, like whirlpool tub. And so we had all plastic lining in there, a bunch of different like puppy pads, all kinds of shit ready and prepared for weeks for her. And so we already had all that set up. So she told me how to pick her up, pick the kittens up, like carry them in there. It was crazy, you guys. So yeah, she had twins, twin boys. And then the third one was another boy. And then she had Belle or Annabelle, which is the one that we also kept. And then the 3 boys, guys, I had them, they were born April Fool's Day. We did not find them a home until October the 3rd. We had them that long because we didn't want to take them to the animal shelter, because our animal shelter and the ones around us have been very frank that kittens are the first to get euthanized if nobody gets them. And they said that literally hardly anybody wants cats. And he said, 2 of the guys said, unless it's a Scottish fold cat, which is one of my dream kittens, or like a ragdoll cat, it will be euthanized, because no people call for particular cats. They don't want any other cats. So I refused to do that. And so for a while we had Mushy, which was my first cat, Mama Cat, Tigger, Harley. Y'all, I can't make this shit up. Tigger, Harley, Macho, Belle, Lady, and Creed. Y'all, and it was like that for a minute. It was like that for a minute until we found homes for the boys. So the twins stayed together. They went to the same home and I would only, like anybody that contacted me about them or anything, I was like, listen, unless they can go together, you're not the right home for them, because they are attached to the hip. Harley and Tigger were constantly together. Like I was like, they cannot be split up. So we finally found a home that wanted them. So let's see, May, June, July, August, September. They were like 6 months old, right at 6 months old when they went to their new home. So they're all thriving. And so once we got rid of them, we were like, we're good. So at that point we had Mama Cat, Mushy, Belle, Lady, and Creed. We were like, we're good. We're golden with this. Like, this is a good mix. This works well, whatever. And then we found Millie. And here's the thing. I can't. She's a girl, number one. All of my other dogs are girls, or all my cats are girls. So yeah, she's staying, honey. All right, we got our eyeshadow done, at least the top portion. So now we're gonna move on to Foundationo. And my spray tan is somewhat gone. I'm supposed to get another one tomorrow. So I am going to have to do a little bit of mixing today, which is fine. We can do a little mix-a-rooney. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna start out with some Hourglass Vanish Stick foundation. This is my favorite foundation of all time. Thank you so much, Paul. Hi, Tuna. Thank you, Zahida. I hope I'm pronouncing y'all's names right. Ma'am, your nails are really, really beautiful. Thank you. I get these off of Amazon. They come in big packs, and you get 2 sets of nails with each color. So thank you. Hi, Jaden. So going in with that one first. Then I'm going to mix in a little bit of Marc Jacobs Super Shock in the shade Light 130. This is more of like a peachy undertone. Or not peach, pink. What am I talking about? We already got the peachy undertone. Orangey peachy undertone's already on. So I put some pink undertone. All of this will help cancel out my redness, and we'll get the formula that we want. Okay, and then last but certainly not least, I'm going to put on guys, this is the most beautiful formula. So I like to mix matte foundation with a more glassy skin-like finish foundation, and this is my favorite for glass-like skin. Mixing the two together, especially if you have combo skin like myself, it films beautifully. It's just a perfect combo. But this is the Laura Mercier Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Foundation in the shade Camel. This has more of like an olivey undertone, so this a green undertone, so this is really going to help cover up my rosacea. And the combination of these together, guys, are you all ready for this shit? I'm going to spray a little bit of setting spray. And you guys, I am loving this Stay All Night Micro Setting Mist by e.l.f. I am obsessed. I highly recommend it. And then I'm going to take my Kabuki brush. This is one of those Menage brushes, the ones I mentioned from the TikTok shop. MAANG. It is so good. I want you guys to look at how beautiful the combination is when these three are mixed together. We're going to cancel out all of the redness. Look at that. Yes, ma'am. Oh, I just love the combo of a nice matte foundation with a good radiant foundation. The combination is just so good. I'm going to delete our lips because we will be overlining the house. If you don't like it, mind your business, honey. Yeah, if you don't like my makeup, that's fine. That's okay. Because you know why? You ain't wearing it, baby. So you can keep on keeping on. What do you do to blend in your makeup caked face with the rest of your skin? I'm confused. I don't understand what you're asking. I do prefer full beat. Absolutely, 100%. I always will. It's my preference. But as long as you blend everything into the skin, you will not feel cake faced. I promise you, you won't. What makes you feel cakey is because your liquids are not fully blended in and they're setting on top of the skin. Fun fact. Has nothing, the only way you will feel cakey is if I'm going to take first whatever's left on my Kabuki. I'm going to take it on the tip of this sponge like so, and we're going to press into the skin. So cakiness, if you have your liquids underneath, so your liquid products, and you don't fully blend them in, that means that they're setting on top of the skin. So when they're setting on top of the skin and you then go and put a powder product over top of that, that powder then cannot blend into the skin. So the powder is now setting on top of your skin, and which adds weight, which in turn makes you feel like a cakey mess. So the key to success is blend, blend, blend. I go in with a brush first because a brush, I truly feel like, gives you more of a really flawless finish. I will then go in with a sponge to make sure it's nice and melted into the skin. And there's also this one place on the tip of my nose that just doesn't like to. Can you please show your nails? here are the nails. And I suffer from rosacea, which basically means that my skin tone is pink. So I do take this onto my chest where my rosacea is. So my skin tone is quite literally pink. Which is another reason why I mix several different undertones. But I typically do that with clients too. You're welcome. Thank you guys. Again, the nails that I get, I order in these big packs from Amazon, and you can order them in different shapes. And you get 2 sets per color, and it's like $7. These ones here that I'm wearing right now, they come like this. So these are the square ones. So if you want square shapes, they come like this, but you still get 2 sets of nails per color. And then I also order these short or medium length nude square nails. These are more expensive. These are, but they're still only $9. Love them. If you just go on Amazon and search assorted color nails, they'll be the first ones that pop up. All right, you guys, and now that we are blended, we're going to go ahead and move on to contour, and I'm going to be using the LYS Bronzer Stick, the No Limits bronzing stick in the shade Harmony. You want Mama Cat? Yeah? Hello? Hello? Speaking of Mama Cat, that is Mama Cat. So her name is Gemini, but she is the one that had kittens over a year ago. So her nickname Mama Cat just stuck. She doesn't answer to Gemini or come to us with Gemini. She don't even turn around if you say Gemini. But if you say Mom Cat, it's your Mom Cat. Yeah, she's Mom Cat. She's like, bitch, who the fuck is Gemini? So we have Mushy or Mushiki, depending on the mood. Yes, Mama Cat, yes. Mushiki. Hello, Mushiki Cat. Then we have Mom Cat. Mama Cat had Bell Bell, Annabelle, or Beer Beer, depending on the mood. Just kind of depends on my mood, y'all. And then our new list is Millie, or Meow Meow, or Millie May. Or John will sometimes call her little shit, because she, y'all, Creed, you're dreaming, baby. It's just Millie. She's just playing with your tail. She has like literally no fear, you guys. And when I say no fear, I mean absolutely zero. Like, I mean, I know like kittens, they are so curious and just want to like investigate it all. But like, she's on another level. She wants to see the top of the top. Like, she wants to see what's going on everywhere at all times. And so one night we have this really tall cat tree, like, guys, to the ceiling cat tree, and most of our cats won't even explore the top portion of this cat tree. For the better part, the only ones that do, or one that does, is Mama Cat. And I think that's because she, you know, lived outside for a long time. She's like, bitch, I've been about that life. I've been on the streets. Like, I ain't scared of no fucking cat tree. But like the rest of the cats won't. I think Mushy's been up there a handful of times, maybe. And you all seen Millie. She's like this big, y'all. And at the time that she did this for the first time, she was even smaller. There is a hair right here that's driving me wild. I don't see it though, so I don't really know what to do about it. Anyway, she was even smaller at the time that she did this, you guys. I don't know how she did. She had to have used her claws. I'm back here getting ready. I can't remember where we were going, but I was live. I was on Facebook Live when this happened. And all of a sudden I hear John say, "Oh my God, you little shit. How did you get up there?" Guys, I come out and she is at the top of the fucking cat tree. Like, very top. By the ceiling. I'm like, oh my God. And then all of a sudden, you guys, I'm like going to get my camera to take a picture of her. And the little shit jumped from the top all the way. I think she was trying to like go to the bottom, like jump to the ground. But thankfully, she realized on the way down, like, oh shit, maybe this wasn't the best idea. And so she put her claws out and caught herself on the side of the tree. Guys, it happened in like a split second. I was panicking. I was like, John, get her. But she does it constantly now. Guys, I have like 5 of these. And this is the one that I keep closest to me for when I film. And there is my Sonia Kashuk brush that I'm looking for. There it is, see? And I have 2 of them. I couldn't find the wet product one, but this one's it. What, we got somebody hateful in here. Why does your nose got a cock on it? Are you all crazy? Oh my gosh. It's my nose contour. Jeez Louisa. Lord have mercy. Millie, what are you playing with? Oh, a receipt. Okay. Anyway, so what I was trying to say there is that she has no fear. She fears nothing, as a matter of fact. So most of the time she is called little shit. Because she's like doing some crazy shit that like we've just not experienced with our other cats. And John was saying it's because she's mostly like a black cat, and then she has some white spots. And he said it's the black cat energy. And my best friend who has multiple black cats, she has 3 solid black cats. She said, yeah, that's definitely what it is. They're just feisty and very curious. But I'm loving her personality. She's just so curious and just wants to know what is going on at all times with everything. And I love it. I'm having so much fun with her. But Belle, she is like solid black with a little bit of orange. Little, I wouldn't say spots. They're kind of like just markings all over her. What do they call that? Like calico or something? And Millie and Belle, they're the most alike. Especially when Belle was younger, she acted just like Millie. So I think when Millie gets a little bit bigger, they're going to be the best of friends. But like right now, Millie's so small, she can't like keep up with Belle, or I think Belle might be afraid to play with her the way that she wants to. So she kind of keeps her distance, but. Alright. iMethod Beauty blush in the shade Hot Cherry. I love these blushes. They're so creamy and so beautiful. Got a hair. So any hoozy hazy. Did I just, I literally almost put that right in my hairline. Anyways, today's filming day, and I still have a few more minutes of because this is going to be our true crime upload this next week. So I still have a little bit more of it to watch. This is She Glam's Blush in Rose Ritual, which I did order another one. This is like almost out, so I went ahead and ordered another one, and it is on the way Thank goodness, because I just like the mixture of these two together. I'm from East Tennessee. So yeah, I have a little bit more to watch of it. But again, another case that I'd never heard of. Also, let me spill some more tea. And his comment's still there. I went and looked. It's still there. So you guys know I used to do beauty and documentary breakdown. It used to be a series that I did on my YouTube channel. Which the only reason that I don't do it anymore is, number one, they just take hours and hours and hours to film and days upon days to edit. So until I get my following a little bit up, and I just, number one, I don't have the time to film stuff like that. Like, I would have to be at least making an income off of here before I can go back to doing that. It's a lot of work, you guys, to do makeup and tell the documentary at the same time. Like, the editing that goes into that is insane. And I agree with what Bailey Sarian said. You know, unless you are making somewhat of a livable income on social media, it's too much. Like, it is. It really is. It's a lot of fucking work. And I would not go back to doing that until I have Final Cut Pro, which I promised myself that I would not invest in until I was making an income for it. Like, obviously I can afford to just get it, but I'm not doing that until I'm making an income off of YouTube. I'm not doing it. And it just sucks that my old channel was hacked and, like, basically YouTube told me you're fucked. Like, it's just so sad that I had to start all the way over. And I think that was a big reason why I disappeared for so long, because getting to that point took so much time and work. I was on the internet for 7 years. It took me 7 years to get to 50,000. And then when I got to 100,000, and I'm so excited, and I'm actually starting to make money on YouTube, and all of these brands were working with me and all of these things, and then to get hacked and lose it all, and Facebook basically say, well, sorry. And then I had to start from scratch. Like, it's hard, especially at the time all this happened, because that's when TikTok, like, everybody is and was into short form content. Like, pretty much everybody still isn't into short form. There's not really anybody into long form. Like, there are people who watch YouTube. Like, YouTube is starting to become a thing again, but guys, like, it's been a minute since YouTube's, like, been a thing. What are you doing now? Lady. Ladybug doggy. Yeah, what were you in there doing, my love? Why do you have sexy hair? I say that when their ears are flipped back. I say they have sex hair. Aw, thank you, GGG. Aw, thank you, Jake. You guys are so sweet. So anyways, I'm glad to be back and excited to build my platform back up, because I've done it once. I'll do it again. Mark my words, honey. Honey. All right, y'all. I am going to start out with the Lancome Tint Idol Tint Lantour Ultra Wear All Over Concealer in the shade. See, I don't know what the shade name is. Okay. All I can say is it says 090 here, and on the bottom it says IVO-N. So I don't know if it's like Ivory Neutral or if it's 090. You'll have to go on Sephora and check. This is what the doe foot looks like. Hey, be sweet to the kitten now. She's just little. See, that's the other thing. My dogs are so used to cats being around that they want to play. And they don't realize how small she is. Well, Lady does, but Creed really doesn't. Creed really just isn't catching the vibes. Like, at all. He's like, bitch, I want to play with you though. Like, what the fuck's up? What's good? What is he texting me now? Jeez Louisa, honey. He knows I'm live. I really hope he figures it out, but I don't think he's going to figure it out. Jesus, God almighty. Love you dearly, babe, but it's like so annoying. And so is this stupid tripod. Oh, God. Bro, I give up. Whatever. It is what it is. My moderator must be gone. Oh my gosh. Huda Beauty Faux Filter in the shade Royal Icing. This one is just more brightening, and I really love the combo of these two mixed together. Like a lot. And I'm going to let that set a minute and kind of dry down a little bit. And let me... I don't even know why I'm putting this back on. I don't even know why I'm putting this back on the tripod, because he's going to message me again. I know he is. What is this standing on? I might end this live because I don't want to ruin my mood before I film, because if my mood gets ruined, I will not film. I just won't. I won't ever film if my mood's shitty. Alright guys, yeah, I'm going to end this live, finish getting ready. Because now I've got concealer all in my lashes because I had to look down while texting. Hold on. I want to get this blended out. But you guys kind of get the consensus of what this is going to look like anyways. And it's already 7:30, and I really need to get this video filmed. And like I said, I still haven't even finished watching the fucking documentary. I still have, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes of it to finish watching. So I'm not going to even do my lips. Creed, baby, you know that is, told you guys would hear something crash eventually. That was Belle jumping out of the closet. Oh my goodness. Maybe I'll stay live because maybe you guys will help me not get into a bad mood. Because you guys have been super, super lovely this evening. So maybe I will stay. And that way I don't turn into a shit mood. Because I've been uploading every Tuesday consistently for, I think we're going on month 2 now, and I just don't want to not upload on a Tuesday because I've been uploading on Tuesdays. At this point, I'm talking to myself anyways, aren't I? I am curious of how I'm going to fix this shit though. Especially considering that this is Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer and it's quite literally, she's in there, full coverage. Alright, Laura Mercier Translucent. This is in the shade Rose. Let's get these eyes set here. Shape my nose here. And the reason why I really love the Laura Mercier is because it really doesn't take long. You don't have to bake for like ever, but this is going to give me time to get this shit off of my, hopefully get this off of my lashes, because I can now see concealer. I don't know if this is going to work, you guys. Ooh. Hell no. Hated that. I might just be putting mascara over it. Thank you so much, Jocelyn. You guys are so sweet. Okay, yeah, these are coming off. I cannot deal with that. Cannot and will not. Now I've got a hair in my eye. So now my eyes are going to be red as shit. Ooh. Oh my god, this is gonna drive me nuts. Alright guys, I'm gonna have to go into the bathroom and get this hair out of my eye. So I love you guys. Bye. Call you later.